Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year as part of discipling. We are currently in the book of Judges, and we're in Judges chapter 17, where we're seeing the migration of the Danites. Again, we said that the book of Judges is about the leadership transition from Joshua and Moses moving on to a monarchy setup, the kings of Israel. And judges were that intermediary leadership over the Israelites. And the judges were predominantly military leaders, but they were also the ones who helped maintain law order in the community. Judges chapter 18, the migration of the Danites. At the time, there was no king in Israel. Moreover, the tribe of Danites were in search of a district to dwell in. For up to that time, they had received no heritage among the tribes of Israel. So the Danites sent from their clan a detail of 5 valiant men of Zorah and Eshtaol to spy the land and scout it. With the instructions to go and scout the land, they traveled as far as the house of Micah in the mountain regions of Ephraim, where they passed the night. Near the house of Micah, they recognized the voice of a young Levite and turned in that direction. Who brought you here and what are you doing here? They asked him. What is it interest to you? Here, this is how Micah treats me, he replied to them. He pays me a salary and I am his priest. They said to him, consult God that we may know whether the undertaking we are engaged in will succeed. The priest said to them, go and prosper. The Lord is favorable to the undertaking you are engaged in. So the 5 men went on and came to Laish. They saw that the people dwelling there lived securely after the manner of the Sidonians, quiet and trusting, with no lack of any natural resources. They were distanced from the Sidonians and had no contact with other people. When the 5 returned to their kinsmen in Zorah and Eshtaol and were asked of their report, they replied, come, let us attack them, for we have seen the land and it's very good. Are you going to hesitate? Do not be slothful about beginning your expedition to possess the land. Those against whom you go are a trusting people, and the land is ample. God has indeed given it unto our power, a place where no natural resource is lacking. So 600 men of the clan of the Danites, fully armed with weapons of war, set out from where they were in Zorah and Eshtaol, and encamped in Judah, up near Kiriath Jearim. Hence to this day the place which lives west of Kiriath Jearim is called Mahenah Dan. From there they went out onto the mountain region of Ephraim and came to the house of Micah again. The 5 men who had gone to spy the land of Laish said to the kingsmen, Do you know that in these houses there is an ephod, household idols, and carved idols overlaid with silver? Now decide what you must do. So turning in that direction, they went to the house of the young Levite at the house of Micah and greeted him. The 600 men, girt with weapons of war, who were Danites, stood by the entrance of the gate, and the priest stood there also. Meanwhile, the 5 men who had gone to spy the land went up and entered the house of Micah. When they had gone in and taken the ephod and the household idols and the carved idol overlaid with silver, the priest said to them, What are you doing? They said to him, Be still, put your hand over your mouth. Come with us and be our father and priest. It is better for you to be priest for the family of one man, or better to be the priest for a tribe and a clan in Israel. The priest, agreeing, took the ephod, household idols, and carved idols, and went off in the midst of the band. As they turned to depart, they placed their little ones, livestock, and their goods at the head of the column. The Danites had already gone some distance when those in the houses near that of Micah took up arms and overtook them. They called to the Danites, who turned about and said to Micah, What do you want that you have come up against us in arms? You have taken my God, which I made, and have gone off with my priest as well. He answered, what is left for me? How then can you ask me what I want? The Danites said to him, let us hear no further sound from you, lest fierce men fall upon you, you and your whole house, you and your whole family, and you lose all your lives. The Danites then went on their way, and Micah, seeing that they were stronger than he returned home, having taken what Micah had made and the priest he had. They attacked Laish and a quiet and trusting people. They put them on the to the sword and destroyed their city by fire. No one came to their aid, since the city was far from Sidon, and they had no contact with other people. The Danites then rebuilt the city, which was in the valley that belongs to Beth Rehob, house of Rehob, and lived there. They named it Dan, after their ancestor Dan, son of Israel. However, the name of the city was formerly Laish. The Danites set up the carved idol for themselves. And Jonathan, son of Gershom, son of Moses, and his descendants were priests for the tribe of the Danites until the time of the captivity of the land. They maintained the carved idol Micah had made as long as the house of God was in Shiloh. What a mess. Let's hear the story of the Levite from Ephraim in chapter 19.